Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. Is everybody enjoying their Sunday? You might not see this until later. Today's is actually Sunday when I'm videotaping this. Let me begin by reading out of the Bible. We're on Luke 17, Sin, Faith, and Duty. Jesus said to his disciples, "Things that cause people to sin are bound to come. But woe to that person through whom they come. It would be better for him to be thrown into the sea with a millstone tied around his neck than for him to cause one of these little ones to sin. So watch yourselves. If your brother sins, rebuke him, and if he repents, forgive him. If he sins against you 7 times in a day, and 7 times comes back to you and says, 'I repent,' forgive him." The apostle said to the Lord, "Increase our faith." He replied, "If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mulberry tree, 'Be uprooted and planted in the sea,' and it will obey you. Suppose one of you had a servant plowing or looking after the sheep. Would you say to the servant when he comes in from the field, 'Come along now and sit down to eat'? Would he not rather say, 'Prepare my supper, get yourself ready, and wait on me while I eat and drink? After that you may eat and drink'? Would he thank the servant because he did what he was told to do? So you also, when you have done everything you were told to do, should say, 'We are unworthy servants. We have only done our duty.'" Next, we have a few cards from the native spirit. The first one will be ancestors. Card meaning wisdom is blossoming. Even if there are unsettling situations in your life, there's a reason for it, and much good will occur as a result. Your ancestors are sending you incredible support to fulfill your dreams. Be aware of the coincidences, signs, and synchronicities around you. Watch for messages from your forebears. No matter what's occurring on the surface of your life, your prayers are being answered in mysterious ways beyond your awareness. Your native spirit wants you to know there's wisdom that dwells deep within your cells. That's a spiritual bequest from your ancestors. This wisdom has come not only from your forebears' joyous, carefree times, it has also bloomed from their failures, deflated dreams, and seemingly wrong turns in life. Part of their message to you is to cherish every experience, for all of it will deepen your wisdom, compassion, and understanding, as it did theirs. Also, know that there's an innate wisdom within you, always. It's simply a matter of turning within in order to access it. Native people always call on their ancestors for support. To ask for their help is to walk the native path. Sometimes you may be so focused on what's outside you that you forget that wisdom is available to you from the spirit of your ancestors. Be willing to ask, for they want to support you. The journey. Imagine that you're traveling back in time to communicate and connect with the gathering of your ancestors. On this meditation journey, there might be 1 or 2 particular forebears who seem to reach out to you. At different times in your life, different predecessors will be sending you support. Give thanks for their support. The more gratitude you have for their help, the more they send you blessings and guidance. Okay, next we have ancient forest. Your roots go deep. Incredible, radiant, healing strength is available to you and grows within you. Do not doubt your abilities. You are so much more than you can possibly imagine. There is immense, unseen, but very real support around you. You are loved and cherished. You are grounded, stable, and strong as your spirit reaches high into the heavens. Your native spirit wants you to know. Throughout the world, those in indigenous cultures revere what are called the tree people. The powerful life force of trees can bring healing, strengthening, and grounding energies. The kind of tree might vary from culture to culture, but the reverence and the gratitude for its beneficial energies are the same. The ancient forest is alive with nature spirits. Additionally, each tree has an individual spirit, especially powerful and resilient. The forest can survive the harshest conditions because of the mutual support of the spirit of the entire forest. Your greatest strength is silence and deep. It doesn't need a show of force. It just is. Inner power is found through contemplation, reflection, and meditation. Sometimes it comes from times of growth and change. Other times it springs from surviving and conquering painful situations. The journey. Adopt a tree. It can be one in your yard or one in a nearby park or wilderness area. Talk to the tree, touch its bark, give thanks, and by doing so you create an energy connection that will continue to nurture you no matter how far away you are from your adopted tree. Next we have the Spirit Keeper of the East. Spirit Keeper of the East. New beginnings. A fresh cycle is occurring in your life. Wipe the slate clean. It is now time to release the old and start again. No matter what has happened in the past, it doesn't need to repeat in the future. Your native spirit wants you to know, in native traditions, the directions are honored. It's believed that every direction has an associated spirit that can be called upon. In this great cycle of life, the East is the place of the rising sun. It's also associated with planting seeds in the springtime, birth, and the waxing moon, and new beginnings. Pulling this card means that this is the close of one cycle and the beginning of another. Although it's often difficult to release familiar routines, situations, relationships when they no longer empower you, your native spirit asks you to not cling to the old, but set sail into new waters. Face your fears and allow yourself to stretch in a new direction. Wonderful opportunities will be born in your life. The journey. Stand and be still. Breathe and center yourself. Then slowly turn in a circle. Close your eyes and feel the energy of each direction. There's a difference in the feeling in each direction. Stand facing east as the sun rises to sense the unique energy of that direction. Next, we begin going over the cards pulled out of Archangel Power Tarot cards. We're going to go in order of how I received them, and then we'll put the cards together and give you a story, and if it resonates, then it does. If it doesn't, then put it to the side, whatever parts do not resonate for you. So the first one we have is the Seven of Michaels. It says there's a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. Seven of Michael. Your angels want you to be a success in this endeavor and are giving you a heads up with this card. There's probably more going on here than meets the eye. Someone may have ulterior motives, additional meanings, the need for caution, poor timing, running away. Are you running away from a situation? Is that the right answer? Are you running away because you've already tried to clear things up and at the other end they're not listening to you? They're not taking you serious? Have you closed that cycle and now you're choosing to move forward in a running manner? It's going to be different for all of us. Okay, let's see. Next, we have 13, Archangel Azrael, Major Arcana. Archangel Azrael is a wonderful and extremely elegant angel who helps those who are experiencing a loss. When you call upon Azrael, it is as though two big loving arms from heaven have wrapped around you, providing comfort and support. Solicit Archangel Azrael's aid when you need to let go of a situation or a part of your life that no longer serves you. Next is the 9 of Michael, and it says your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. So 9 of Michael. Ask your angels for nights of restful sleep and pleasant dreams. Refocus your thoughts on the outcome that you are hoping for. Additional meaning. Darkest before the dawn. Questioning past choices. Stress. The darkness before the dawn. We don't know how we got there. Maybe it's a really terrible living situation, since he's like sitting on his bed. He's thinking, I've made some bad choices. I thought I was making the right ones. How could I not see things clearly? And it's causing him a lot of stress. So seeing how we had the other cards, we see that you have to move away so you can have your peace. You're not getting any peace where you're at. That's what these cards are saying so far. Okay, next we have Major Arcana 18, the Moon. Archangel Haniel. It says the opportunities to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. Major Arcana 18. And I'll tell you, if you're afraid to face your fears, once you do it once or twice, you become fearless. And that I know because actually I've probably done it a handful of times. And it took a lot of courage to do or to say. But I said what I had to say. I meant what I had to say. And I'm free to move about. I'm free to not be contained, or, the people that put me in a little box, a little glass jar, people who try to contain who I am and try to have people see me as something else. It's like totally blown out of the water now, because I stand in my truth. I say what I gotta say unapologetically. That's the key right there, because if you say something that you really mean, but then you see the look on their face and you feel bad because they look that way, then you're apologetic, which means basically they feel like you're taking back your words. You never want to take back your words when you say your truth. You want to say what you gotta say You don't have to use cuss words. You don't have to cut people down. You just have to let them know in a respectful way that what they did to you or how they treated you was wrong. You will no longer tolerate it. You're moving forward. You have no regrets about the situation and how it's ending because you choose yourself. Okay. So that's how I see my life happening in the recent years. Okay. And in the prior years, but it was like sporadically. In different situations, I spoke my piece. I should have just kept on speaking my truth, along the way. It would have made me stronger and more, people would know, don't cross that line kind of thing. Okay, let me get on with the reading. Archangel Haniel is a wonderful angel to call upon when you have questions about the subconscious or your sleeping dreams. She is associated with the moon and the development of people's intuition and psychic abilities. Call upon Haniel for her in understanding situations that seem mysterious or difficult to see clearly. You could be receiving messages from deceased loved ones, hidden information or motivations from others or yourself, facing your fears. Facing your fears is, once you do that too, it shows the sign of maturity, especially how you face your fears. Okay, so Archangel Haniel, the moon. Next, we have 9 of Ariel. It says, your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success, a love for the beautiful things in life. You find spending time alone to be a very enriching and gratifying experience. There is a peace and well-being you only find in the quiet of your own thoughts. Now it's time to pursue spiritual interest as you continue to evolve and grow. Additional meanings: contentment, the beautiful things in life, retreating from the real world, home improvement, and redecorating. Next is the 8 of Gabriel. It says, a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communications. So that's like the 8 of Wands, right? All right, Gabriel. New information or messages come your way. It's a good time to promote yourself or your business. Communication is accurately received by all parties right now. Additional meanings: too many balls in the air, flashes of inspiration, immediate results. So as well, sometimes God will bless you and he will get tired of these people getting in your path and trying to make you not stay on your path and not focus on the things that God wants you to focus on. So he'll come in and he'll like pretty much clean house for you so you can have a clean slate. It'll let all the people around you know those lies that were put upon you, those insecurities put upon you, those head games put upon you, the backstabbing put upon you. It's all going to come to a stop because God is going to get you the justice you need so you can start fresh and have a free pass, like a free way to go. No more interruptions, no more holding you back, no more telling you lies. You're going to see who these liars are. God's going to show them to you. Okay, 6 of Raphael. Embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. So the 6 of Raphael is like the 6 of Cups. 6 of Raphael. Deep-rooted issues that hold you back. Push to be resolved. Be careful not to romanticize the past, but rather see it clearly and objectively. This card is issues involving children, nostalgia, embracing your inner child, innocence. So maybe someone knows your inner secrets and are using it against you. Four of Raphael. Set out other possibilities. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. Life may seem to be lacking in magic and excitement, but there is a great shot here at enlightenment. Spend time in meditation with the knowledge that any disillusionment you feel is meant to urge you into self-reflection, leading to a happier life. Additional meanings: awareness of your emotions, taking things for granted, missing the point. Next, we have the High Priestess, Archangel Haniel. Powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. So we have two cards to say be at peace so far. And we have a couple about stress. Let's see. Major Arcana 2. Archangel. Archangel Haniel, the High Priestess. Okay. There may be aspects of your situation that you are unaware of, but Archangel Haniel can provide you with enlightenment and answers you're searching for. This is not a time of action, but of reflection and meditation. Have faith that events will unfold perfectly and that you will know when to move forward. Remain patient and be at peace, knowing that your inner guidance will not fail you. Additional meanings: the power of the subconscious, the willing to forgive, spiritual awakening, patience, the mystery and awe of the universe, keeping the confidences of others. Haniel is a beautiful and mystical archangel who can help you understand the mysteries of life. Her name means the grace of God, and as such she is seen by many as having a goddess-like appearance. Haniel helps those who have embarked on an inner search for meaning and answers in their lives. She is a loving and wise spiritual guide who can assist you in developing your intuition and psychic abilities. Next is the Six of Ariel. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. So to me that would be the Six of Coins possibly. Or the Six of Wands, the giving. Yeah, the giving part, but the material part would be Six of Coins. So Six of Ariel. When giving to others, consider what they truly need. Make gifts that don't promote dependency, rather that are well thought out and empower the recipients going forward. Additional meanings: pennies from heaven, promotions or bonuses, acts of kindness, scholarships or grants. So regarding this, it says don't give something that they're going to be dependent upon, like money, right? But everybody kind of needs money. But if you gave them a book on how to make money, that would suit them better than just giving them the cost of the book, say like $30, right? If they took the time and put in the effort to read the book, it can start evolving within their mindset on how they can put that information that's in the book into reality to make a good living. Next is Queen of Raphael. Kind, understanding, giving, psychic. Follow your heart. A love of home and family. Trustworthy, psychic information. So I think what they're saying here is, if you know, then you know. So if you know and then you know, there's no sense in hesitating, right? If you know, somehow you know that other person feels that exact same way that you feel. It's because you carry that, what is it? Clairvoyancy, I forget that other one. Sense, it sounds like that. Clairsentience. Okay, so if you know, then you just know. Follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. Someone who is wise and kind, a loving and nurturing person with the ability to solve problems before they occur, psychic, spiritual, understanding, giving. A psychologist, a champion of the underdog, giving too much, unconditional love, the need for self-care. Often we give so much, right, that we don't have enough for ourselves. And what happens is it takes all your energy. And if you're constantly giving all of your energy away, you will start dying inside. And I'm not trying to freak you out or anything, but that was the case of my mother. My mother, she had 9 live births. Then I have 2 sisters after me. One was a live birth that my little sister, Mona Denise, only lived for a month. And then 5 years later, 4 years later, after Mona Denise lived and died, then my mom got pregnant again. And she wasn't able to carry the baby full term. The baby died in her womb. So my mother had all her energy going. She looked after my grandma and grandpa. My grandma was crippled, and one of my sisters lived with my grandparents since she was a baby. So basically, they raised her up old enough to now that she's old enough to take care of them, and that was in the 70s. So my mom had her own children to deal with at home. She had my grandparents to deal with. She had her husband to deal with. It was just a lot for her. And she expired in 1974. She had everything that she could give out. She gave out way too much. So God bless you, Mom. So don't overgive. And that's the reason why you don't overgive, because people will keep taking, and not giving anything back. And that's energetically, right? It's not only physically. Mom, give me $5. But, when Dad says, clean the garage out, they don't do it. Or when Dad says, take your little sister somewhere, they don't do it. Or whatever the situation was when I was growing up. 4 brothers and 4 sisters. It's hard to tell the whole story, but I'm actually in the process of doing my autobiography because I feel like I have a lot of things to share regarding my life, and people might find it interesting, right? So anyways, let's move on to the next card. 3 of Gabriel. Prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So the 3 of Gabriel kind of would remind me of the 3 of wise planning, turning out as expected. So the 3 of Wands, the 3 of Swords would be heartbreak. So I don't think it's that. So it'd be the 3 of Pentacles or the 3 of Wands. Yeah, I think it's the Three of Pentacles because it says prosperity. Okay, so let me read that to you. Three of Gabriel. The work you've done so far will yield fantastic results, so there's no need to worry. If it takes a little time for you to get a return on your financial or energetic investment, just have patience. Additional meaning: self-confidence, teamwork, optimism, and an expected outcome. Next is the Magician, Archangel Raziel. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. So it's a new beginning. It's a major arcana. It's the Magician. It's manifesting into your reality. Everybody has that quality. So if you have a terrible outlook on your future, chances are your future's going to be kind of terrible, right? But if you have a positive outlook on your future, then you can bring that into reality just as well. So, creative solutions, skill and confidence, the ability to manifest, focused action, taking the initiative. Raziel is a magical archangel who can guide you in conjuring the life you dream of living. This wizard-like angel sits near the throne of God and is privy to all the holy secrets necessary to help you manifest wonders and amazing opportunities for yourself. What wish are you trying to make come true? Ask Archangel Raziel for assistance when you need resources of any kind to facilitate what you're trying to create. So that's when it's really important too to write down what it is that you really want. And you can have like a whole folder and you can write all the things that you want. And you could start visualizing what steps you have to take to make it become your reality. And you have to live like you already know it's coming. Okay, Ace of Raphael. A positive, new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. So it's a new beginning. Ace of Raphael. Ones are always new beginnings. The green kind of tends to sound like love to me. This is a new beginning, a new positive emotional experience in your life. It may be a new person you've become very close to or a situation that fills you with joy. Often this card signifies the start of a romantic relationship, a renewed romance within your current relationship. You may find yourself falling in love or making a deep and personal connection with a new friend. Profound and lasting spiritual insights are possible at this time. Trust your intuition to lead you to happiness. Additional meanings: spiritual revelations, a gift from someone dear. Home is where the heart is. Next is the Two of Michael, and it's two unicorns. It will all be better if you just make a decision. Over analyzing a problem, find a compromise. Two of Michael. A solution is quite possible, but compromise will be necessary. Search for middle ground. Even a temporary fix will get things moving again. Additional meanings: not listening to your inner wisdom, spinning your wheels, suppressing your emotions. So, if you have a hard time communicating, how can you even consider coming to a compromise. There's a lot of things that can stop communication. There's a lot of things that can stop from a compromise being reached. But what are the obstacles? You're not listening to your inner wisdom. You're spinning your wheels. You're suppressing your emotions. That's not good for anybody in a situation, to just be there and you're kind of suffering in silence. Next, we have the Page of Ariel. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you, scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. Okay. Page of Ariel. A youth who loves to learn and enjoys academic challenges. Someone who is happy to be alive and can see endless possibilities. Reliable, clever, insightful, balanced. Additional meanings: getting more education or training, ending procrastination, pursuing a new challenge. So it doesn't have to be a youth. It could be someone who's young at heart. Okay, so you could be 35, you could be 62. If you, whatever age you are, if you have the interest in learning, you should continue to do so, because learning new things, it's very interesting. You get to put your hands on it sometimes. You get to work with different materials sometimes. You get the experience and the know-how, and you get to apply it somewhere in the future, right? So as you learn, you grow. 8 of Ariel. It says, take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. So that is the 8 of Ariel. There's so much to learn. This card often indicates job training, going back to school, or attending seminars or creative classes. A choice you need to make might benefit from more research. Students, artisans, practice makes perfect. Again, it kind of says everything the Page of Ariel says. Next, we have the Lovers. Archangel Raphael. Make choices from your heart. Deeply emotional commitments. The power of love. Okay, 6, the Lovers. This card could indicate an extremely important choice that needs to be made. This decision should be made from the heart with absolute devotion to the outcome and without reservation. If there's any question in your mind as to how to proceed, then you must take time to weigh the matter and choose carefully. The power of love, the need for careful deliberation, a fork in the road, recovery from a physical ailment. Archangel Raphael is the angel who watches over those who are seeking a soulmate. Whether the desired relationship is romantic, a close friendship, or even career-based, Raphael can help you make the perfect connection. He is also known as the angel who protects our physical health. Call upon him when you or someone you know isn't feeling well and needs healing. Next, the 9 of Raphael. Make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time of life. Beauty and happiness are yours. Life feels joyful, and there's finally an opportunity to kick back and have some fun. Dreams coming true, simple pleasures of life, contentment, sensuality, loyalty. And next we have the Empress, Archangel Gabriel. Time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources. So 3, the Empress. Your interest in beauty, luxurious or artful pursuits is well rewarded at this time. Concerns regarding physical or emotional well-being fade away, while your ability to nurture others is wonderful. Don't forget to also lovingly care for yourself. Additional meanings: time to move forward, prosperity, a gift with growing plants and gardens, motherhood, determination to get things done. Gabriel is the patron angel for those in the creative arts, whether it's music, poetry, or other artistic endeavors. This archangel can help inspire your work to new heights. Gabriel is also known for being a loving and helpful motivator if you're having trouble completing your projects, as well as for delivering messages on behalf of God, including announcements of pregnancy. Call upon Archangel Gabriel for whatever project you're attempting to give birth to. Okay, so let's go over the storyline here. Okay, this card is talking about a better course of action. If you think that you're working alone, know that you have spirit guides around you. You have God there for you. You have your ancestors. Just speak out what your needs are, what your desires are. And you'll find when you're asking from the purest part of your heart, you will begin to see that things will fall into place, because God wants you to see the signs, so you will start believing in your own power. You are a child of God. God gives you the strength, the know-how, the inner knowing of making your life complete. So maybe peace is on your list. Sometimes peace does mean by your side, but if you are living with other people, peace means that they have an understanding about you and you have an understanding about them, and you have your boundaries and no one's crossing boundaries. Everybody's being respectful. Everyone is loving themselves so they can love everybody else the same. 9 of Michael. Don't worry, be happy. Focus on what you want. Don't focus on your regrets, guilt, or worry. Release that to the heavens, to your angel, to your archangels, to your ancestors, to God. Say a prayer to God. Oh, dear God, please make it so that I can focus on my best outcome, for the desires that will make me happy, and I can tell you, God, thank you. I can start finding reasons to be thankful for every day, not because you are giving me what I ask for, Lord, that I can turn my life around and I can turn my mind, heart, and soul around to face you more every day, to be more part of your life, God, in the spiritual world. And then say, thank you, Lord. Amen. Okay, the moon is normally nighttime secrets. This is the opportunity to improve your plans. Pay attention to your intuition. So God sees it that we have all the tools we have to heal ourselves. We have just forgotten that when we're born here, we're very innocent. There's no need to have those tools. But as we come out of being born into adulthood, those years of trials and tribulations that we see through our parents, we see through our siblings, we see through ourselves. If we've never been taught that we have the tools within us to fix ourselves, to balance ourselves out, if we're never taught, how do we know how to do it? How do we know it's there? Okay, so that was like my dilemma. But through the tarot, I've learned all of this. So, and God has shown me straight up. He's answered my prayers. I've seen hearts in the clouds. I've seen dog pictures in the clouds. I've seen angels in the clouds. You know, so God has answered a lot of my prayers. How can I not believe that these happenings are random? When I say the words, God, why is it that rich people who aren't very nice are able to hold on to their material goods? And 2 minutes later, I'm flipping through YouTube and a saying comes up that the devil gives these people these riches, and the door's always open for them to leave, to go seek the Lord. But they never leave because they're so comfortable. And so they are not a threat to the devil because they sit comfortably. You become a threat to the devil when you seek out the Lord, and everybody knows energetically who you are, where you stand with the position next to God. You know, you could be 3 rows back, you could be right next to him. The devil already knows what position you play with God when you're ready to walk out of that comfort zone. And so just believe that, and search out who you really are and what you're supposed to be doing in life. Okay, 9 of Ariel talks about what you've manifested. Your dreams are coming true. So if you believe that, then you can believe that God has given you these wish fulfillments, and you thank God and you become a testimony to God, you know, for the people around you. Yes, last week I prayed and God covered me. God, he kept me safe. You know, maybe you had to go to the doctor's office and you had to have test runs and you were worried about the results, and you said, oh God, please Lord, if I have bad results, what will I do? And then you go in there and the results are all cleared up, and the doctor swears that he saw cancer, but all of a sudden it's gone. And it's going to be different for everybody, but to be thankful of the Lord in your life, to be thankful that, to know that when I walk out the door and I go walk my dog, I don't have to worry about anybody, because God is always going to protect me because of the work that I do. And I know this because my grandmother spent her whole life doing this, and she was always protected, and she always sat back like the empress, and people brought things to her. And, you know, my grandma was really blessed. Okay, moving forward, the 8 of Gabriel. A great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. So that's like the 8 of Wands, right? The communication. Look at all these birds flying around. You have birds of all kinds there. They're all surrounding her, keeping her safe, keeping her word from heaven safe. Okay, 6 of Raphael. Embrace your inner child. So this is like the 6 of Cups. Embrace your inner child. New friends, rekindled relationships. So someone's going to be reaching out to someone from their past. Are they worried about rejection? Is the worry in your mind just something to hold you back? Are people injecting the negative into you so you don't move forward? Those are all the things you have to think about. Sometimes it's better to step away by yourself. Go for a walk, clear your mind, and then question yourself. Question God, when you're by yourself, and the answers will come. But you have to have faith in it too, and you have to believe the signs when you see them. Okay, you can't just see the sign, turn right here and see Jesus, right? If you turn right and you see Jesus, but then you say, oh, that's not really him, it's someone in a suit. Okay, that was just kind of something that came on the top of my head, but in reality, you see the signs, understand the signs, understand it's not a coincidence, it's a message from God. It's one of his angels guiding you to where you need to go. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Okay, 4 of Raphael. Seek out other possibilities. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. Okay, so this to me what would be like the 4 of Cups, maybe. The 4 of Cups. He has something, this angel has something for her, and she's busy messing with the conch shells. And she has to be, she has to hide her emotions. I kind of feel like. And she's ignoring her intuition because the angel's coming down to talk to her and she's ignoring. Next, the High Priestess, Archangel Haniel. Powerful psychic insights. So is someone pretending to be the High Priestess and leading you down the wrong path? Or is someone actually the High Priestess and you're ignoring them? Or are you the High Priestess and you're still not sure for whatever reason? Or you are the High Priestess, you're finally seeing things the way that are clear, you don't have any questions, you've done your investigating, you know your inner knowing is telling you what you need to do. So you're going to be at peace with your choices that you make from here forward. You see where you've made your mistakes in the past, and you're ready to do whatever changes that you feel like you need to do to make your life better, because we're all on this earth to improve ourselves, to become our best selves, to show love to ourselves so we can show the world love. Next, we have the 6 of Ariel. Material needs get fulfilled. So this would be like the 6 of Coins. And they're fulfilled magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving and receiving with a grateful heart. So, people, most people I would say are really not giving people. I would say most people say the homeless are there for a reason. The homeless are out there because they choose it. The homeless people are out there because they must have done something really bad and their family doesn't want them anymore. We're not here to judge them. We're here to help the world any way we can. If it's a cold day out there and you have a pot of coffee on, there's nothing wrong with seeing a homeless person out on the street and running in and getting him a hot cup of coffee. There's nothing wrong with, if you have some leftover roast, to throw it in a plastic bag and throw a piece of bread in there and a couple pieces of fruit and give it to him. Those are the things that God will see that it's coming from your heart. You're trying. You may not have much, but you're trying to get out there. You're trying to be a giving person. You're trying to give without expecting anything back. But you know in your heart that the reward is great, because there's a piggy bank up in heaven. And every time you do good and God knows your heart, He's going to put a little token in there. For when Judgment Day comes, He's going to say, your piggy bank overflowed with all these generous gifts that you gave to people with never expecting anything back. And for your selfless giving during your lifetime on earth, God's going to say, this is what I have for you. And then He's going to present whatever it is He will present to you. The Queen of Raphael. Now the Queen, this could be a man with the spirit, because we both have male and female inside of us. Or it could be an actual woman. Kind, understanding, giving, psychic. Follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. So when you get that gut feeling that says, your daughter's in Texas and she wants you to call her, you look her up and you call her. And all of a sudden, she says, Mom, I've been missing you so much. And I say, yes, I've been missing you, and I heard that you were calling me. And then you continue your relationship. You heal whatever you need to heal along the way. You become part of her family, her new family. You become back to her family. She comes back to your family. And you both decide, this is where we went wrong 10 years ago. And this is where we want to head together. Okay? Together in peace. Together in the freedom to speak how we feel individually, without being criticized, without being mocked, without being laughed at, without becoming the laughing stock of the family. Okay? And we give to each other. We give time, we give energy, we give love. That's a family. That's the kind of family that I will choose to be around, and I will actively play my role. 3 of Gabriel, prosperity rising, plan to take the next step, optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So that would be, to me, this would be the 3 of Swords, because even though the 3 of Swords is considered heartbreak, it takes mental energy to plan, and you have to throw out the negativity and say, oh, I'm not going to get heartbroken out of this. It's going to be, she's going to choose me or she's not going to choose me. She's going to choose to have me in her life or she's not. But if I never even try, then I will just remain heartbroken because I never tried. Right? So that can be a struggling thing. And when you're worried like that, when you're stressed like that, that could cause a lot of things, That could cause your whole body to get out of whack of how it functions, It is true. You could go from, excuse my French, you could go from having a bowel movement every day. When you're stressed out, you'll go for, instead of having it every day, you'll have it every 3 days. Now, how can your body handle that? How can your body handle that for years and years and years? And then you have to go through a whole body cleansing, right? A whole water for 3 days just to flush your system out. But if you still have the heartbreak, then if it's not your bowels, then it's something else. So let's just say whatever heartbreak we have, let's work on healing that, okay? The Magician. The Magician, you can manifest what you want. Now, if you manifest horrible things to happen to people, that might work for a while. That might work for 10 years, 20 years. But you know what? When God finally has enough of you wishing bad on other people, first of all, I had a grandma, both my grandmas, one was my dad's mom, one was my mom's mom. My mom's mom, she was one of love. My dad's mom, she loved, but she was very mean. So when I compare both of them, I have one grandma who is more love, and I have one grandma that's more hate. Now, when I looked at their faces when I was 8 years old, my mom's mom had beautiful skin. She was 60-something, and I told her, I got close to her face, I said, "Grandma, you have hardly no wrinkles. Even Mom has more wrinkles than you do. Grandma, your eyes are bluish grayish. They're so beautiful. Grandma, your hair is so long and beautiful." It was white, silvery, all the way down to the crack of her hiney. My other grandma she was mean looking. Her face was just, she had like hate wrinkles. And she pursed her lips a lot. Like when people are angry, how they press their lips. And she had a lot of wrinkles around her mouth. And the words that came out of her mouth were horrifying. You see, my family doesn't even know this. My mom knew it. My mom and dad used to take me and my brother down there to LA. My grandma would wait till Grandpa Jack was out of the house and my brother Kenny was out of the house. And she would call me to her. And she would say mean things about my mom. She was trying to make me think that there was something wrong with my mom. She wanted me to not like my mom because she didn't like my mom. And she made me stand there out of respect of my grandma being 8 years old. I had to stand there and I had to listen to that. But my grandma, when she died, I told my grandpa, I loved my grandma because she's my grandma, but I never liked the things she said about my mom. My grandma's task was for me to look at the difference between love and hate from people that are automatically supposed to love me. Both my grandmas are automatically supposed to love me, right? Because I'm their grandchild. I was only 8 years old. But I always respected my grandma and I always loved her. And even through the spirits, she says that she always loved me and that was her role. That's what she promised God, that she would come down. And I say, all right, Grandma, I forgive you. And I will always love you, Grandma. So be careful what you manifest. Be careful what you say or do, because when God comes for you, He's going to age you. He's going to make you look really old before your time. Because when you send out hate, it gets returned back to you tenfold. So if you can imagine, say you want someone to get fat. If you say, oh, I pray that girl gains 10 pounds in 6 months. Guess what? You might gain 60 pounds in 6 months. You might gain 100 pounds in 6 months and never be able to get rid of it. So you never want to wish bad on anybody. What does overweight do to you? It makes your heart work harder. It makes all of your major organs work harder. It makes you move slower. You can't get around as much. The weight starts breaking down your bone structure. You can't even sit up straight. Causes you back pains and everything. Do you really want to wish that on someone else? Because you know God's going to send it back to you. Be careful what you wish for. Next, we have the Ace of Raphael, New Start. Positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. So someone's finally paying attention to their intuition, to how their heart feels, to the messages God is sending you. Move forward into the new emotional experience. You've been through enough of bad, getting the short end of the stick, getting screwed over by those who say that they love you but just want you for your money or for your body or for what you'll allow them to get away with. Yeah. Learn how to treat yourself better. Two of Michael. It would be better if you just made a decision over analyzing. Don't overanalyze. Write it down. Point A, point B. I like her for these reasons. I don't like her for these reasons. And if you have another person in mind, do the same thing. If you have it regarding a job, you know, I love this about my job. I hate this about my job. If I go over here, I will have the opportunity to do this on the new job. I'll have the opportunity to do that on the new job. Will I like it as much as the first job? I don't really know until I make a choice to go over there and try it out. Page of Ariel. A new opportunity. You're being offered. It's time to go to work. Eight of Ariel. Take pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider all avenues of learning. The thing about being able to speak about a certain subject, you can't just read one thing and read out of it. That's, what do they call that? They have a term for it. But you basically have to get several resources and kind of clump them all together in your own words. Next, we have the Lovers. Make choices from your heart. Deeply emotional commitments. The power of love. The power of love. Did that person hold it down for you? If you are deciding between two people, the person I'm with, well, this person does this, this, and this that I love, and does this, this, this that I hate. This person over here has offered me this, this, this. And you're saying, but what if this, this, and this? Well, you're not going to know about that second person until you've had time to converse. You have had time to spend time together. You don't even have to really make a commitment to this other person. But if you step away from person one who has been mistreating you, if that's your situation, then you're free to go on to person two, to get to know them, to spend time, to figure it out. Is there really a connection? Do I really want to be with this person? Do I want to offer a commitment? Do I want to move in with them? Do I want them for the rest of my life? If you already know all of this, then you know your inner knowing, which you know that if you want to move out of one, you have to move out of one to get to the other. You can't have them both. Nine of Raphael. Make a wish. Dreams are coming true. The end of a tough cycle. Once the cycle is ending and you get the new beginning, you're off to a fresh start. Clean slate. Do not take your prior relationships into your new ones. And I'm not sure how much of that you really want to share, but just be on the up and up if you want the relationship to work. If you're just there for a night, let that person know, hey, I just want to get with you for a night. That's it. I want to be single. I want to move forward. So that person can decide, do I want to be with this person just for one night? Where has this person been? Who has this person been with? Do I want to risk that one night? It might be fireworks flying. That one night might decide for both of you. Yes, this is what I asked for. This is what I dreamed for. My dreams have come true. Yes, I want to make a commitment with this person for the rest of my life. I'm never going to do anything to hurt this person because I know what it feels like to be hurt because I was hurt in the last relationship by this person doing this, and this. So if I want this relationship to work, those are the things that I will not tolerate. Those are the things that will be part of my boundaries, and I will set those boundaries. And if he or she loves me and they want to respect me that much, which I deserve, then I know it'll work. Okay? So next we have the Empress. The Empress is kind of the all-knowing. She sits back and she waits for the Emperor to enter her life, to make the offer, to either accept or deny it, and be perfectly fine either way. That's the end of your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Whatever was for you was for you. Whatever wasn't, please put to the side and discard it or save it for another day. It could resonate for you from the past, or it could be resonating for you now, or for in the future. I'll see you on the next reading. Have a great day or night. God bless. We'll see ya. Bye. And aloha.